Happy Pie Day, y'all. I thought I would take y'all on a little journey with me today. Let's make a pie together. It's my first time making this recipe. It is a keto French silk pie, so it's chocolate. And I just wanted to show y'all the beginning stages. First of all, later in my recipe, I'm gonna need 2 blocks of 16 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature. So I was sitting out on the counter. We're gonna make the crust first. Let's talk about that. My oven just beeped saying it's preheated to 375. I better get this crust going. Already in my bowl, I have 1.5 cups of almond flour, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1/3 of a cup of swerve, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now I have a 1/4 cup of butter here that I've already cut into like little pats. And I'm gonna use my pastry blender, this little bad boy, to mix them together to make my crust. I don't want it melted. I don't want it even softened. I need cold butter for this. You're gonna have to get your hands dirty to make a pie crust. Now, once it's mostly combined like this and your pieces of butter are small, I'm gonna add in an egg and a teaspoon of vanilla. Now, I always crack my eggs in a bowl, never directly into something like this. If you've ever had a bad egg that ruined an entire recipe, you will know exactly why. I'm gonna keep working this and then I'm gonna press it into a pie pan. Now it's going into a 375-degree oven for 15 minutes. When it comes out, I'm gonna allow it to cool completely before I put my filling in. Okay, my crust is cooled and it's time to start making the filling. We're gonna start with 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna get that whipping, and meanwhile, I'm gonna melt this, oh, look, you can see my reflection there, this 3 ounces of dark chocolate. I hope you can hear me over the mixer over there. This is my favorite way to melt things. I got this little double mixer thing, this double boiler thing from IKEA. I'm just gonna put it over some boiling water and it's already started to melt. Okay, my cream is whipped. My chocolate is almost melted, so we're gonna head to the next phase. Okay, let's see if I can help you see this better by taking out the beater for a moment. My whipped cream is already fluffy in there. Into that, I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of swerve, a 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, a 1/4 cup of sour cream. I might mix that up a little bit. It's in the dishwasher, sorry, my other little mixing attachment. Let me stir that up a little bit for you. Now that that's mixed up a little bit, we're gonna add in that 16 ounces of cream cheese. Remember earlier, we left it out so it could get room temperature. There we go. We're also gonna add in another teaspoon of vanilla. Yeah, that was probably more than a teaspoon, but I measure with my heart, so it'll be okay. And then we're gonna add in our melted dark chocolate. This is that, if you watched my video the other day about dark chocolate, this is that Lindt 90% dark chocolate. My husband's so excited that the bar is 3.5 ounces, but I only needed 3 for the recipe, so he gets the other 1/2 ounce. Okay, what we're left with is this nice chocolate. It looks kind of milk chocolate colored. It actually reminds me of the buttercream frosting I made the other day. If you haven't tried that, check that out. That's worth checking out. But it's thicker. I'm gonna spread it in my pie pan, and then it says I need to refrigerate it for 4 to 6 hours before we come back and make the whipped topping for it. So I'm gonna spread it out. Whew. Good thing it's thick though, because it's a little higher than the sides of my pie pan. This is a 9-inch glass pie pan, but I might have needed something a little bigger. Yeah. Into the refrigerator for 4 to 6 hours. It's time for the last step of our pie day. French silk chocolate keto-friendly pie, and that is the whipped topping. So in here we have 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, 2 tablespoons of powdered swerve, and a teaspoon of clear vanilla extract. We're gonna whip that together and make our topping. All right, now that we have fluffy, sweetened whipped topping, let's put it on top of our pie. Let's see. My husband's waiting to see if I leave any in the bowl. It's not happening, but you'll get a piece. I can't wait. I don't know if y'all heard that. He just whispered, I can't wait. Chocolate's his favorite. And so when he found out I was making a chocolate pie today,
I've been waiting all afternoon.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna make it pretty. Okay, there we go. French silk chocolate keto pie. I cut 2 pieces of pie before I forgot about the topping. A little shade cheap dark chocolate. Yeah, this is just a veggie peeler. But it does the job, makes it look pretty. And there you go. French silk chocolate pie. French silk chocolate keto pie. Let's do a live taste test with our chocoholic. What you think?
Delicious. Very good.
You don't have to say that just because you're married to me.
I wouldn't.
You better. I was worried that it would be grainy in the middle from the granular swerve instead of the powdered, but it's not. It's good.
Very good.
Happy Pie Day, y'all.